Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Utsuki. In this short playlist series, I'm gonna teach how to make a game launcher on Godot. I would make how to make a launcher plus a client slash server on Godot, but I think it will get too complicated for certain people, and my architecture for the server, like dedicated server, and for the client can be a little bit more optimized. So I will try to work in it before I post a video about it. So what is a game launcher? Game launcher is basically where you are able to manage the files of for the game, right? So basically you are able to update the game files, read some news, log in or sign up, and start the game. All right, so this is not exactly a client. All right, I will make the backend of this using PHP. Actually, I will make something that looks like an API, but it's not RESTful API. I really love PHP language. I trust it, and I have some mastery. Not exactly, but I am pretty confident into using it because because I'm using it for kind of long period of time. And since I'm making this in my cell phone, as I always warn, I downloaded an app called a web server that simulate the XAMPP or WAMP if you are on Windows. That basically a work pack that have the Apache, MySQL server, PHP. So this basically simulates this. I select a folder in this document, root. I selected the folder. As you can see, I created a folder called API. I also select the PHP version 8. This is the latest one that I have worked in the industry. For MySQL, up in the upper menu, we have the MySQL icon, but actually is a MariaDB. Actually, they both are essentially the same thing. MariaDB comes after, based in the MySQL. The same developers, I'm pretty sure. So basically, they share a lot of things across each other, and this basically runs the service. All right, this is not the interface. For the interface, I downloaded another application, this RemoDB. I also already have created a connection for it. Hit the plus button, select MariaDB slash MySQL. The host name or the IP address should be the one that show when you start this service. This service, I think by default, starts in 192.168.2.3, but this is my local IP under my local network. All right, if you are running on Windows, actually on computer, probably the IP address that will come up, it's 127.0.0.1 probably. And sometimes when you try to start that app with no internet connection, because this happens, I think the default IP is 0.0.0.0, but I think this is an euro. All right, I don't know if localhost works, but I didn't use it. So set the IP address. The port is 3306. The database, you should not name it, because if it's not created, it will throw an exception. The user in that app is root. The password is up to you. I recommend to set, just because by default it's a good practice. And I cannot open it because I'm not running the database, all right? And I won't do it now. So my next step is to create the file that I will work code in PHP, all right? I am using an app called Simple Text Editor. You do not need an ATI to run and code in PHP. One more point to it. I will try to not make this a PHP tutorial, but I will explain the nuance between GD script, and PHP as well. Alright, so the next step is to create the base that we were gonna use for the pseudo API. Alright,